Welcome back, everyone. We're now on question 8 of our CKA hands on practice series. And this one is all about Kubernetes scheduling. In this lab, we are going to create a new priority class, apply it to a deployment, and watch Kubernetes preempt, evict lower priority pods in the same namespace. This question shows up a lot in the CKA exam because it tests whether you truly understand how the scheduler decides which pod lives and which pod gets evicted. Let's break it down. Before touching the terminal, as always, let's explain the concept. Every pod in Kubernetes has a scheduling priority. Higher priority pods get scheduled first, and if the cluster is full, they can cause lower priority pods to be evicted. A priority class resource has a value or integer, a name, a description. The exam wants us to 1. Create a priority class named high priority. 2. Its value must be 1 less than the highest existing user-defined PC. 3. Patch the deployment busybox logger to use this new PC. 4. Pods from other deployments should be evicted. 5. We must not modify other deployments. This is a pure scheduling and YAML editing question. So let's get started by launching the scenario with our helper script at /root /setup_scenario_only.sh8. Check what we have with this command. kubectl get priority class, and we will see the priority class. And we use the one that is not the system PC. We'll check for the deployment running in the priority namespace. You'll see multiple deployments running in the priority namespace. First step is for us to find the highest existing user-defined priority class. We need to determine the highest priority value that is not a system PC, and that will be user created. Suppose the highest value is 100,000, for example. Then our new priority class must be 99,999. How we arrive at this conclusion, we run the echo command. The second step is for us to create the new priority class. So let's rush to Kubernetes documentation and search for priority class. Once we are on the page, we scroll down, then copy and paste this in our YAML file created. Inside the VI file, we edit the metadata section with the right high priority name. Remember to always copy and paste. edit the value spec, description spec, and then save and quit. Then run the kubectl apply -f command, and you can see the priority class is being created. Step 3 is for us to patch the busybox logger deployment. So now we patch the deployment to use our new priority class. With this command, kubectl patch deploy busybox logger -n priority -p spec template spec priority class high priority. Or better still, if you can't remember this command, you dump the file into another YAML file, edit it, and run the kubectl patch deploy busybox logger -n priority --patch file, name of our YAML file. You can also roll out the deployment with kubectl-n priority rollout status deploy/busybox-logger. This should cause the pods using the new priority to schedule immediately. The last step is for us to observe preemption, meaning evictions with this command. You should see busybox logger pods equals running. This tells us Kubernetes successfully prioritized our new pods and preempted others, which is exactly what the exam grader checks for. Pro tip for CKA exam: if the cluster has limited resources, the scheduler must preempt lower priority pods. If your pods don't get scheduled, always check priority classes. And that wraps up question 8. You just learned how to inspect existing priority classes, create a new priority class with the correct value, patch a deployment to use it, trigger pod preemption, validate evictions. This is a real exam-style scheduling task, and you handled it like a pro. Next up, question 9, where we patch a deployment and expose it using a node port topic. If you want to practice these CKA questions exactly the way I'm doing them in this video series, fast, clean, and exam ready, I've packaged everything for you into one complete zip bundle. Inside the file, you will get all the resources I used throughout this training, fully organized and ready to deploy into any Kubernetes environment. This bundle saves you hours of setup time and lets you focus only on mastering the hands-on exam tasks. Here's exactly what you'll receive when you download it. All 18 CKA scenario YAMLs, full scenario setup script, README for all 18 questions, detailed guide, individual README files, Q1 to Q18, optional add-on, full ingress gateway API migration files, exam PDF, references, your complete CKA scenario practice guidebook, docx plus PDF. Bonus, Google Doc index file. Who this bundle is for? CKA candidates preparing for exam day. Students practicing on Killer Coda, Minikube, or Kind. Engineers who want clean Kubernetes lab scenarios. Anyone building their own hands-on DevOps portfolio. Content creators teaching CKA concepts. Why you should get the bundle? Instead of wasting hours creating YAML files or rebuilding scenarios from scratch, you get everything pre-configured and ready to deploy. This is the exact same setup I use in my videos, the same files I demonstrate with, and the same structure that helped me pass the exam confidently. If you want to follow along one-to-one and practice with zero frustration, this bundle is made for you. You can download the full zip bundle directly from my website. Your support helps me continue creating these tutorials, labs, and exam guides so we can all grow together in this DevOps journey. Start practicing like a real CKA candidate. Get the full setup now and follow along with the next questions.
Build the future.
One line of code, one dream at a time. From the cloud to the console, the rhythm flows. In the race